On this week's episode of Restaurants Near Me, we're in the beautiful historic neighborhood of Park Hill in Denver. I'm your host, Larry Herz, and I'm going to take you to 5 restaurants in 5 hours. Let's eat! Lucina Eatery and Bar opened in Park Hill 3 months ago. I came by about a month ago, checked it out. It had everything. It hits all the right notes. And this pork chop right here is why we're back right now. So what type of cuisine do they do here? It's coastal Spanish food and Latin American food. And the name Lucina is actually named after one of the owner's moms. And so this restaurant is an ode to all moms. I've tried most of the cocktails here. This is the first time I'm having this one here. And this is a Pico Tinto. And what it is just like a spiced red wine. It's shockingly delicious. You gotta try this one. Food-wise, so this is the mojo pork chop. Meant to feed at least 2, maybe even 3. And then paella, which they only do on weekends. And they call it paella of the moment because they change the ingredients all the time. Today we have mussels, shrimp, we've got some fish in here. And they do serve the pork chop with the beans and rice, and then the plantains on top. I know I shouldn't say this is early, but that is a 10. It's one of the best things I've eaten in Colorado in a long time. I've not tried the paella yet because I didn't come on a weekend. Nice traditional Spanish dish made with saffron and rice. Slow cooked, takes them about a half hour to make. Damn it. No, I have another 10. 2 10s. We have a 20. So this is the Abuelita's chocolate cake right here. It's a cinnamon chocolate cake with a Mexican vanilla bean creme anglaise. I just noticed they got a little meringue on top of here. More attention to detail. Just the right amount of cinnamon, not overly sweet. So much of American desserts are just like so sweet. Mexican desserts are not. Really kind of light and refreshing. Absolutely, positively must visit this restaurant as soon as humanly possible. Tell them I sent you. So when I closed my restaurant a few years ago, a lot of my employees went to go work at Esthers. I was like, what's Esthers? What is this place? Instantly fell in love with it. The menu is spectacular. You got nachos over here. These are Fat Tire nachos, award-winning. They win the best nachos in Denver every year. Then they make great pizzas. This is the Bliss pizza. It's got potatoes on it and pesto and white truffle oil. And this is the legendary pork belly sandwich with a soft egg on top. And they actually even make their own focaccia. You can't believe how great this place is. 20 beers on tap, amazing cocktails. And so when you come here, you're family with the PH, because the owner, Paul, is a huge fish fan, and not fish, the swimming fish, fish with the PH, the band. Homemade focaccia makes all the difference. This is one of the best things I've ever eaten in my entire life. Watch these. Ooh. That's gonna be hard to have just one bite of. Just as good as I remember it, maybe better. So every year on National Nacho Day, these are the ones I post. Because if you're gonna have nachos, have these nachos. Sweet and spicy, perfect combination. The pork is so tender. That's nachos in Denver. I'm a huge fan of white pizzas. Everybody thinks you have to have red sauce. You really don't. I think it can be a little overbearing. No marinara on here. Potatoes sliced thin. Just got the perfect chew to it. And then truffle oil is just a nice little addition to it. It's not overbearing, just complements truffle and potatoes, perfect combination. You can't go wrong at either location of Esthers. Come on down, be part of their family. Tessa Deli opened on Colfax just a few years ago. Been a big hit in this neighborhood. They do breakfast, lunch, dinner. They're making bread, pastries. I just saw the brisket come out of the oven. So tender. This place is amazing, and they focus on local ingredients too. And this is a great example of what they're doing here. We have a brisket dip. So it's like a French dip, but with brisket, a salmon BLT, and instead of a traditional Caesar, this is a kale Caesar and it has sauteed Brussels sprouts in it. What's surprising about this place is they have a full liquor license. In most delis, maybe beer and wine, but not full liquor. And he came up with this during the pandemic. You know, everybody could do to-goes. So there's a gin smash. That is amazing. Huge French dip fan. Never had a brisket dip? Now I know why he's doing a brisket dip. That's much better than a French dip. I'm definitely into this. I don't eat a lot of salads, but I do like kale Caesars. I definitely like the touch of putting the Brussels sprouts in it. Caesar dressing's great. Got a well-balanced Caesar. Tastes a little bit of the anchovies, a little bit of garlic. And finally, salmon BLT. I used to have a salmon BLT on my menu at my restaurant. And I use the same exact bread from Michael Bort City Bakery. Really one of the better ciabattas I've ever had. Just the perfect bread for any sandwich. You know, it's crispy, it's chewy. Tessa Deli is not a classic deli. This deli is kicked up many notches. Benzina on Colfax serves elevated Italian food. They've been here about a year. Benzina actually means gasoline, and this used to be a gas station. It's unbelievable what they've done with it. Gorgeous lines. I love the modern take, the open windows. Owned by Brad Anderson, otherwise known as BA. Me and him go back almost 30 years. He's a legendary restaurateur in this town. Rocky Mountain Diner, Rick's Cafe, Choppers, Castle Cafe. So if you go to a Jewish person's house or an Italian person's house, don't go if you're not hungry, because they're gonna feed you. So we got the asparagus here with the miso egg and some black truffle. We have gnocchi, I like that little pan sear on it. Definitely gotta get your pan sear on your gnocchi. With the lamb ragu, we got spicy soppressata on the Neapolitan pizza, and a smoked trout Caesar. They got a charcoal oven here that they smoke the trout on. I'm starting with pizza, you know, I love my pizza. Got a little kick to it. I need a little more though. Pizza's excellent, love that pizza. I guess we gotta go with the smoked trout. It's right next to me. I don't know if I've had a smoked trout Caesar, certainly not on this show. But yeah, I know why you brought me that. I was like, what do I need a Caesar for? That was a good call. You can tell they're making these gnocchis here, that's for sure. It's like some fresh mint on there. That's a nice touch. So those of you who've had gnocchi before, you have not had gnocchi like this. I don't know what they're doing, but these are light, feathery. I gotta try this asparagus. This place is dope. Hill Sushi Co serves temaki and sashimi, which is right up my alley. That's what I love. I'm not big on the rolls or the nigiri, so I'm a big fan. So if you've never had temaki before, this is what you're looking for. And they make you just one at a time because they want you to eat it right away while it's crisp. So you get that nice crunch. If we wait a little while, it turns soggy and it's really not as good. Well, we got yellowfin tuna in this one. Real simple, just with rice. And then we got Scottish salmon sashimi. And they got a little sauce on here, but you don't need to dunk it in your soy. Whenever you dunk it, all you're tasting is soy. Everybody does that, you know, the soy with the wasabi, with the ginger. If you have good fish, just eat the fish. That's good fish. All right, on to the yellowfin. Got a little piece of jalapeno on top here. Holy shit, that is so fresh. And the jalapeno works just great with it. Just gives you just a little bit of heat. That's why you don't need the wasabi. Then you just use the ginger to cleanse your palate after. If you've never been to any of his places, this is some really, really top-notch, high-quality sushi. So I never want to say anything's the best, but this certainly is in competition for the best episode we've ever done. These 5 restaurants all killed it. We'll see you soon for another episode of Restaurants Near Me. Let's eat!